All right, so it sounds like you're ready to jump into the world of index funds,
Yeah,
and we are here to help make it as clear and simple as possible for you.
absolutely.
No intimidating jargon, we promise.
Yeah, you've come to the right place.
So,
Index funds are a great starting point for new investors
okay.
because they offer a really manageable way to grow your money over the long term.
Yeah, and the best part is you don't have to pick winning stocks
Right.
or spend hours researching companies.
Exactly.
It's less about outsmarting the market and more about just joining it.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
Right.
Um, you're essentially owning a tiny piece of hundreds of companies at once.
Okay.
That's the power of an index fund.
Wow.
Instead of betting on just a few, you're spreading your investment across a whole bunch of companies,
Okay.
which, as you can imagine, significantly reduces the risk.
I love that built-in safety net.
Mm-hmm.
How does it actually work?
Okay.
What are these indexes everyone's talking about?
So think of an index like the S&P 500 or the NASDAQ Q as a pre-selected basket of companies.
Mm-hmm.
When you buy an index fund that tracks the S&P 500, you're essentially buying a tiny ownership stake in all 500 of those companies.
It's like one-stop shopping for instant diversification.
Exactly.
There we go.
You don't have to handpick every single stock.
Okay.
You're automatically invested in a broad swath of the market.
Love it.
And because index funds aren't actively managed by these teams of analysts trying to time the market,
Okay.
they have significantly lower fees compared to other actively managed funds.
Okay. Lower fees.
Yeah.
Sounds good, but what's the real impact for someone just starting out?
Well, it's all about the power of compounding.
Okay.
Let's say you invest $10,000, and over 20 years, your investment earns an average of 7% annually.
Okay.
With a low-cost index fund, maybe you pay 0.1% in fees,
Mm-hmm.
leaving you with a tidy sum.
Right.
But with a higher fee fund, let's say 1%,
Yeah.
that same investment could cost you thousands of dollars in fees over 2 decades.
Wow.
That's money that could have been working for you.
Yeah, that is a huge difference.
Right.
Suddenly low fees sound a lot more exciting.
Exactly.
So low fees,
What?
built-in diversification, it almost sounds too good to be true.
Right.
Where do I sign up?
Well, the first step is surprisingly simple:
Okay.
opening an investment account.
Okay.
Now, you've got a couple of options here.
Mm-hmm.
You could open a brokerage account, which is like a general store for investments,
Right.
or you could open an individual retirement account, also known as an IRA,
Okay.
which comes with specific tax advantages for retirement savings.
Got it. So it's like choosing the right store for your shopping needs.
Exactly.
Okay.
You're exactly right.
And I'm guessing there are plenty of options out there.
Absolutely.
Okay.
You've got well-established players like Vanguard and Fidelity, known for their wide variety of low-cost index funds.
Right.
Or if you prefer a more tech-savvy approach, platforms like Robinhood offer a really user-friendly experience right from your smartphone.
Okay, I've got my metaphorical shopping cart ready.
Ugh.
What kind of index fund should someone new to all of this start with?
For beginners, I usually recommend starting with a broad market index fund.
Okay.
These funds cast a wide net tracking indexes like the S&P 500
Mm.
or a total stock market index fund.
Okay.
It's a great way to get exposure to a large portion of the market without overcomplicating things.
So instead of picking and choosing individual companies or sectors, I'm investing in the overall growth of the U.S. economy.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's like saying, I believe in the long-term potential of the market, and I want to be a part of it.
I like that approach.
Yeah.
Feels a lot less like gambling and a lot more like a calculated strategy.
Right.
But speaking of calculations, how much money are we talking about here?
Sure.
Do I need a small fortune to get started?
Not at all.
Okay.
That's one of the beautiful things about index funds.
Okay.
You don't need a mountain of cash to get started.
Okay.
Some funds have minimum investments, maybe a few $100s, but there are also plenty out there where you can start investing with as little as $50 or $100.
Okay, that's manageable.
Yeah,
I have to admit, I'm a bit of a worrier, though.
sure.
What happens if the market takes a nosedive? I mean, we hear all the time about market crashes.
Hmm.
Wouldn't my money just disappear?
That's a completely natural concern.
Okay.
And it's important to remember that all investments come with some level of risk.
Right.
But here's where the diversification we talked about comes into play.
Okay.
By spreading your investment across hundreds, even thousands of companies,
Mm-hmm.
you're essentially cushioning your portfolio against major losses.
Okay.
If one company or even a whole sector takes a hit, the impact on your overall investment is minimized by the performance of all the other companies in the fund.
So it's like having a whole bunch of shock absorbers built into my investment strategy.
Precisely.
Okay.
Remember, index funds are designed for the long haul.
Mm-hmm.
While there will inevitably be ups and downs in the market, history has shown us that over time, the market tends to go up.
It's all about riding those waves, right?
Yes, exactly. And the key to riding those waves successfully is consistency.
Okay.
By investing regularly, whether it's monthly or quarterly, you're essentially buying into the market at different price points.
Okay.
When the market is down, your money buys more shares, and when the market is up, those shares are worth more.
Makes sense.
This strategy is known as dollar cost averaging.
Okay.
It helps to mitigate the impact of market volatility and keep you on track to reach your long-term financial goals.
Consistency over time. Got it.
Yeah,
But I have to be honest, this is a lot to wrap my head around.
sure.
Is it okay to ask for help with all this?
Absolutely.
Okay.
In fact, I encourage it.
Okay.
There's no shame in seeking guidance, especially when it comes to something as important as your financial well-being.
So who do I turn to?
Well,
Where do I even begin to look for reliable advice?
a financial advisor can be an invaluable resource.
Okay.
They can help you create a personalized investment strategy tailored to your specific goals, risk tolerance, and time horizon. They can also answer any questions you have and provide ongoing support as you navigate the world of investing.
That sounds incredibly helpful. But I've always imagined financial advisors are only for the super wealthy.
Right.
Are there options out there for people who are just starting out?
You'd be surprised.
Okay.
There are many different types of financial advisors, and their fees can vary widely.
Okay.
Some advisors charge a flat fee for their services, while others charge a percentage of the assets they manage for you.
Okay. That's good to know, but it still feels a bit intimidating trying to find the right advisor on my own.
Right.
Are there any resources you can recommend for finding someone trustworthy and within reach?
There are actually some great online platforms
Okay.
that connect you with financial professionals, often at more accessible rates than traditional advisors.
Aw.
You can check out a site like Fiverr,
Hmm.
where you can browse through profiles of qualified financial advisors, compare their services and fees, and even read reviews from other users.
Okay, so instead of feeling lost in a sea of jargon and complicated decisions, it sounds like there are clear steps that I can take right now to get started with index fund investing.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay.
And remember, knowledge is power. The more you understand about index funds, risk management, and the importance of long-term thinking, the more confident you'll feel on your investing journey.
It's so true. We've covered a lot of ground today about index funds, from what they are and why they're great for beginners to understanding the risks involved and finding the right support.
We have,
What are some key takeaways you want our listener to walk away with today?
I would say, first and foremost, don't let that fear of the unknown hold you back.
Right.
Index fund investing is much simpler than it may seem, and there are plenty of resources available to guide you.
Okay.
Secondly, remember that investing is a journey, not a get-rich-quick scheme.
Right.
It's about setting long-term goals and making consistent contributions over time to benefit from that power of compounding.
And that's what's so exciting about it.
Exactly.
It's about taking control of your financial future,
Yeah.
one step at a time. It's not just about watching numbers on a screen. It's about what those numbers represent.
Right.
The ability to achieve your dreams, whether that's buying a house, traveling the world, or retiring comfortably.
Absolutely. What are some things you might use that potential growth for?
Oh,
Maybe funding your dream project, starting your own business, or securing your children's education.
yeah.
Let those goals fuel your investment journey and remind you why patience and consistency are so crucial.
That's such a powerful image to end on. It's not just about money. It's about the freedom and the opportunities that financial security can provide.
Precisely. And remember, you don't have to navigate this journey alone.
Right.
There are experts, resources, and even platforms like Fiverr ready to lend a helping hand every step of the way.
So there you have it.
There you go.
Index fund investing made easy. We hope you feel empowered and ready to take that next step toward building a brighter financial future.
Happy investing.
Until next time, keep diving deeper.